Hey everyone, I'm back with another movie review this time. Yep, I'm really excited for this one because, like I mentioned before my last movie review, it's another cartoon favorite. And sadly, this isn't the continuation from 20 through 11 and on the Disney movie reviews, but I will recap them. First, Moana, Frozen, Jungle Book, The Incredibles, Peter Pan, Coco, Inside Out. But there is going to be another one that's continuing on the list next week. That's coming soon. Yep. So we're not talking about that though. What we're talking about is the new movie review that I'm doing. So you might be wondering, what is it? Well, of course, you've noticed that I love SpongeBob. Well, there's another cartoon that I like, and there was a live action version of it. It is none other than Ben 10 Alien Swarm. Yep. The reason why I picked this one because I really love Ben 10 so much that you probably guessed it from the favorite Ben 10 Alien videos. So yeah, I decided to pick Ben 10 Alien Swarm because I thought it was something cooler. There are some other films which I might talk about soon in some few future movie reviews. So that might be coming soon, but for right now I'm doing Ben 10 Alien Swarm. Yep. Okay, before I start, now this is a Cartoon Network original. No, but if you happen to find it on your own, go ahead and watch that, which to avoid any spoilers. But just go on right ahead. I don't really care. It's kind of hard to do the short thing because it's a original movie. Also, of course, don't forget to follow the rules down below in the description if you want to see more of me. Yep. Okay. The scene kind of started off with Kevin, Levin, Ben, and Gwen and meeting some kind of like alien tech sellers from a black market, who show them those weird alien like chips. They don't really know if it's alien technology, but they were going to take it because they were plumbers, intergalactic police. How they noticed it? Because Elena, who was Ben and Gwen's childhood friend from before. Unfortunately, they didn't know what's going on, but Elena said that her father was missing and that they need help. But Kevin doesn't trust him because something bad might happen. And out of nowhere, a mysterious man was in that building in controlling those chips, and it was attacking in the game. Luckily enough, they managed to fight back. Unfortunately, Ben was trying to work on the Omnitrix, but it wasn't working. Luckily enough, Gwen and Kevin were the only ones who had power to fight back. It was a little bit successful until the swarm got bigger, and that's when Ben got the Omnitrix to work, and that's when he decided to transform. Well, it was supposed to be Spider Monkey, but it turned out to be Big Chill. Yep. The first alien that Ben transformed into was Big Chill. They, with the ice cold powers, Ben managed to freeze it. He needs a swarm and broke in half, but sadly the guy escaped out of nowhere, which comes up with this. Ben, Gwen, and Kevin were up to the plumber base that Max Tennyson, or Grandpa Max, built, which, of course, is right under a gas station to investigate what the chip really is and what it can do. They were trying so hard to figure out, they have a feeling that Grandpa Max can't trust it until he came in. Grandpa Max himself, with an uncertain bowl that he always eats, until he found out what, when he saw the chip, he said it was familiar, that it was an experiment from Victor Valadez. I forgot his last name. But he said it was his prized pupil. Well, until Victor betrayed him. That's when something hurt has happened. There was an intruder in the house. Don't mind them. And why is there wind there? I got a fan on, so only say cool, but they were trying to find an intruder in the house, and the intruder happens to be Elena, who happened to got in there. He asked for help, but Max didn't trust her because she's the daughter of Victor, the plumber that betrayed him. So he told her to leave. Unfortunately, Ben didn't have a feeling that he can trust her. Gwen and Kevin decide to join off with Max, so that way they could figure out why they have to do that. Unfortunately, Ben had another plan, and that's to try at least find Elaine and to get her trust again, which was a kind of a success because Ben found Elena while she was on her motorcycle with his own motorcycle. Well, technically his grandpa's motorcycle, but yeah. So with that being said, Ben had a plan to at least try to help Elena find his father as he promised. Yep. Well, meanwhile, Gwen and Kevin were on the plumber base where Kevin was just relaxing and trying to figure out something. But Kevin asked how Ben knew Elena. Gwen told him that Elena was Ben's first crush that he had, that he was really trying to have her on a soccer team. Sadly, he was upset that he moved away. Yep. Also, of course, Gwen also found out that Kevin was hacking into Max's old files about Victor Valadez or Lidas. I seriously don't know. It's kind of hard to translate. Yeah. Anyways, after that scene, something creepy happened. The mysterious man from the mansion appeared as he was talking so strangely a bunch of street thugs, and then sent out the storm and said, "Come join with us." What does he mean? I wonder why. Well, meanwhile, Ben and Elena found the old laboratories that Victor was in. Well, it was kind of like a trap because the mysterious man was waiting for him to get in there. While they were trying to figure out why Victor was studying them, it turns out he wasn't studying them. He was doing like some kind of like upgrades and stuff, fixing them. Meanwhile, some mysterious people came in and they were cornering around Ben and Elena. They found out it was a trap. Luckily enough, they managed to escape, but there was more coming. But Ben had figured out something. If the alien chips had an alien DNA, Ben had an idea to try to get it, but it made like some kind of explosion that kind of kaboomed, and they managed to escape just in time. Well, meanwhile, it showed off a picture of the betrayal that Victor warned Max that the Queen was coming after them and they were trying to attack, but Max believed it was a lie and try and take him off the hook of being a plumber. That's when Kevin had an idea to figure out what way it was coming from, and it came from a ship it thing. With that being said, Gwen and Kevin decided to investigate and see what's happening, but a clerk said it was closed and they told him to leave. But unfortunately for Kevin, he figured out something. He was being controlled by one of those chips, so that's when Kevin and did a nasty punch to the clerk who's being controlled. But unfortunately, the clerk was sending out a bunch of swarms that chased down Kevin and Gwen. They managed to escape in time, but there was another thing the chips just did. The chips can be formed into a giant ball and giant spikes. They were following the car up to destroy it. They had to figure out how to shake them off. Luckily enough, they did stop it. Unfortunately, Kevin's car almost got wrecked. And someday he'll get someone to fix his car, whoever those guys are. Meanwhile, the chips were at it again. With that being said, Ben managed came back and transformed to another alien, and that's Humongosaur. It was a pretty epic battle between Humongosaur and the chip swarm. But fortunately, the chip's getting stronger and stronger every time a Humongosaur lands a hit. And to finish it off, Humongosaur just grabbed Kevin's wrecked car and just destroyed the chips in time, but also, of course, wrecked the car. With that being said, Ben did turn back, but Kevin was upset that his car got totally smashed. Unfortunately, they were still trying to figure out how these chips can be formed. And they still don't trust Elena, but they did find some clues on why those chips were infecting people, and how Victor was part of it as well. So with that being said, with a little help from Elena, she just got a taxi pass for a surprise. Yep. So with that being said, and they managed to return back to the base, finding Grandpa Max in some kind of like a panic thing, because he found out there were so much reports around the globe, and they were figuring out why it was, because they found out the shipping thing was shipping those chips around the world. With that being said, the chips were being spread around worldwide. And this was a mission for Ben, Gwen, and Kevin to figure out how to stop this. But they figured out something. If the chips are like the colony, then they might have a queen. Yep. Those infected people mentioned about them bowing down to the queen. It's like if an ant colony or a bee had a queen, they lay millions of eggs and sprout them around to investigate. Then they have a plan. If they kill the queen, they can kill the colony and everything could be back to normal. So that's when they start to investigate it and to figure out what happened to the where could the queen might be, and how to stop it. Unfortunately, when Ben was trying to get Grandpa Max to help out a little bit, they found out Grandpa Max got infected too. Unfortunately, they did stop him a little bit, but he got away. So with that being said, it's now their official mission to get Grandpa Max, next Elena's father, her aunt, her back, and then destroy the colony for good. So with that being said, then they have to finish out this mission with Elena's help, which of course they had no choice but to join in. Yep. But how they figure out the location? It was the Grand Ship-It thing. It's super funny because a colony is trying to get the whole world to be infected by 24-hour shipments. Yep. But unfortunately, they don't have a car to get to that statement. But luckily enough, Kevin managed to thought of an idea, and that was a birthday present for Ben. And it was the car that he built. Kevin wanted to drive it out, but Ben called it out because if he would drive it, Humongousaur would be happy if he didn't destroy it. Or at least what I think is he said. Sorry, I kind of lost track. Okay, with that being said, they were off to the ship it thing to stop the colony for good. With that being said, they managed to get in and they were spying on the infected colony to find out why they were shipping them onto the worldwide, and they were figuring out they were being controlled. Obviously, they found Grandpa Max, but they didn't try to save him because if they got spotted, Grandpa Max would alert them. So that's when they got back inside the factory thing, and that's when something surprising happened. It turns out the queen was inside the mysterious man who turned out to be Elena's father. With that kind of surprise, Elena knew it was his father. She's just lied to him so that way he could think he can save him without judging him. They knew they were right, but Ben stopped them because they had to save her father. Unfortunately, Ben had to think of a plan to try and get inside, but if he transforms into an alien, it would be too late. One of the chips would control him. So that's when Kevin had an idea to destroy the Victor, so that way the colony would end. But Ben wouldn't do that. He doesn't kill victims, he saves them. But he had another idea to try and get inside of it. He took some of the DNA from the chips, so that way he would transform to it. But they were thinking it was a bad idea, that they would turn into like a super weapon for the queen. But Ben knew what he has to do. So with that being said, he transformed into the third alien, and that's Nano Mech. Yep. As he transformed into this new alien for the movie, he went inside Victor, which is through his nose, which was pretty gross. So with that being said, he went up to take down the queen, which she was trying to control Ben's mind, but Ben was strong enough to fight off. Meanwhile, Gwen, Kevin, and Elena were fighting off against the infected people, which was all because of their little teamwork and their super unique powers. Yep. And after the small scenes from that, the queen was almost trying to finish up Ben, which she was trying to trick him, saying that why just use the Omnitrix for good when he could rule the world. But that's just the thing. Ben's a type of hero that never gives up. He makes a statement that drones are kind of like unsuccessful and humans never give up. With that being said, Ben used all the power from Nano Mech's power and finished out the queen for good. With that being said, the swarm colony, including the queen, was destroyed, and everyone was back to normal, including Elena's dad. Yep, they were so glad they recovered, and thanks to Ben, who saved the world once again. And yep, but after that, they became a team they were supposed to be. They were plumbers. Yep. Grandpa Max offered Ben to become the leader of the plumbers, but he had one order, and that's to refuse the order for now. With that being said, the team still continues on with them, and they, Yep. And that's how the hero of Ben Tennyson saved the world once again. Yep. Okay then. I really enjoyed that movie review a lot. It was pretty fun. Now, even though it is over, there is some few Ben 10 Ultimate Alien episodes featuring some few parts from Ben 10 Alien Swarm, which I won't tell you because it's a spoiler. But if you are a Ben 10 fan, if you've seen that, that's great. Yep. Alright then. I'm going to stop right here real quick. Before I go, don't forget to follow the rules, which is subscribe, follow me at Brick Dragon Hero, like this video, comment down below what you think, and share this with your friends. Yep. So with that being said, there is going to be another movie review coming soon, along with another BDH episode, which might come around real soon. Yep. Alright then. Thanks for watching. Have a brick day.